Hi, welcome to the After Talk. My name is Simon and I'm here with Arthurs.
What's up, everybody?
And today's guest, James.
Kia ora, everyone. Thanks, guys.
If anybody can guess where James is from, just because of his accent, then you are pretty good. But you can reveal it now.
Hi, everyone. I'm from New Zealand.
The other side of the world.
As far away as you can get.
Yeah. Well, you cannot get there right now, so...
Well, that's true. Thanks.
Thanks for the reminder.
Yeah, right? Leading up to Christmas.
But how are you?
Doing pretty well. We're just starting project week and...
Yeah, so far so good.
Successful first day. Managed to make it to class and meeting, so that's good.
How do you like the studies so far?
It's really cool. I'm enjoying it a lot. It's my second degree. I've already finished one in linguistics back in New Zealand, and it's very different from that. This is much more practical. You get to see what you're actually doing, which is cool. Yeah, it's nice.
How old are you actually?
I'm 31.
Wow. What makes you to do second degree?
Well, so that first degree that I did, linguistics and English language teaching back in New Zealand, and then I taught English for 5 years, met a girl, came to Denmark, thought, hey, move to Europe where everyone wants to learn English. Turns out Denmark is not a place that you want to go if you want to teach English, because they all speak amazing English.
Oh yeah, that's true.
It's real disappointing.
Bad choice.
Yeah. So then I thought, what can I do that's going to earn me some money? Software,
yes, sir.
Good choice. Good choice.
Before Denmark, where did you teach English? Did you teach back in New Zealand or?
Yeah, so I started off teaching in New Zealand to international people who wanted to just travel around New Zealand for a while.
So it wasn't like in school or something?
No, like to adults.
Yeah.
It's really important. I don't want to teach kids.
Okay. Why not?
Well, because when you teach adults, after you finish school with them, you go out and you drink with them at the beach or, have parties. It's great. It's like...
With kids, you can do that.
It's hard. You have to buy all the alcohol. It's not as fun.
And then you have the parents yelling at you,
Yeah, exactly. It's much more fun teaching adults. So I taught people who are just traveling around New Zealand or were there for 3-6 months, whatever. Some of them are still living there. Then I taught domestic students, people, particularly Chinese people who had been in New Zealand for a long time, like years and years and years, and needed to speak English because, they lived in communities where everyone spoke Chinese, and so they never really had to learn English. So that was cool. And then I went and started teaching at a flying school for pilots. So...
Wow.
Oh, pretty cool.
It was really cool because then I got, not only did I get to, fly on some planes, went up for a flight in a Cessna 172 and took a private, not a jet, but like a twin prop airplane. That was really nice. But I also then got put into China for 6 months, 2-3 month stints, and lived in Suzhou in China for quite a while. And that was a eye-opener, really cool.
Yeah. How was the experience?
Man, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Really, really cool. Everything is stupid cheap. I was getting paid a lot of money.
Good combo.
That is good, I bet.
Yeah, hard to hate that. Yeah. And I mean, China, Shanghai, absolutely wild. Really different world. It's completely different to what I expected it to be.
How are the people there? Like, is it big change in comparison to people in New Zealand in like, how they behave and how they talk to you and stuff? What they share?
I mean, certainly not as many people speak English. It was real tough at points. I don't want to say lonely, but it was hard to get to know people, but everyone was really friendly and welcoming, really happy that you were there. And if you tried to learn a little bit of Mandarin, they would try to, help you as every chance that they could. It was really cool.
Nice.
Yeah.
So for how long have you been in Denmark?
I came to Denmark in 2018 in May. So what's that? 3.5 years.
Yeah.
It's that was when I arrived. It was the best summer that they have had in a long time. I don't think it rained for 3 months. There was,
In Denmark.
in Denmark, right?
What?
Yeah, it was stunning. It was awesome. I'm like, this is not what they told me about Denmark and, summer in Denmark, where my girlfriend said, you'll be lucky if you get 2 sunny days or temperatures over 25 degrees. And we had 3 months of just straight sun, 30-degree days. It was awesome.
You're probably the most experienced person about Denmark that we have had here since we started. What is the thing that you like the most about Denmark?
Ooh. I mean, I love the people. The Danish people are awesome.
Can hate them. It's impossible. And what is one thing that you hate about Denmark? That's more interesting.
I really hate the fact that the nature is just so boring.
Oh yeah. Okay. Give it to them.
Yeah, I mean, it's nice. They've got lots of lakes and some hills.
That's it. Some trees, a little bit of rain.
Yeah. It does snow here, so that's cool.
It does snow?
Occasionally.
Really? Okay, like one day.
Yeah.
Good enough.
Decent.
Deep into January, you go outside for a week, and it's like, oh, there's a bit of white. There's some ice on the ground. That's about it.
Nice. Then it turns black, and it's just.
Yeah.
Yeah, I bet like the nature in New Zealand is much better, right?
Yeah, man. I mean, it's hard to say. I mean, I love it here, but it is something that I do miss.
What would you recommend for people who would go to visit New Zealand? What's like the one nature thing that you should visit?
Oh, one nature thing? Come on, man. Like
Okay, two.
So where I come from in Auckland, it's the biggest city in New Zealand, and you are within about 10-15 kilometers of a beach pretty much at any point, and it's some of the most amazing beaches in the world as far as I'm concerned. So going to the beaches around Auckland, particularly up north around Warkworth, Snells Beach, Omaha kind of area, stunning. We occasionally get orcas around there. Some really cool videos from people I know that have just been out on a boat around there. That's really cool. The water around New Zealand is awesome. Going to some of our volcanoes as well. There's 57 volcanoes in Auckland. Alone.
Just in Auckland?
Just in Auckland.
Only.
Just, yeah. I mean, the whole place is a powder keg. It's ridiculous. Wow. We live in constant fear of the place going up. If it's not earthquakes, it's volcanoes. There's no animals that will hurt you, but, one day, maybe nature will.
Kiwis can hurt you, right?
Yeah,
the birds.
yeah.
What is it about them? Like, are they some kind of... I forgot the word. Fuck. Do you get to see the kiwis like in a real woods? Like if you just go out, can you just encounter
Are they wild?
kiwi?
Yeah. I mean, if you do, you're lucky.
Okay.
They are out. They're nocturnal, and they can't fly, so they're on the ground. I've never seen one in the wild, but plenty of people have. They vary in size. Some of them are, sort of small house cat to quite large house cat sized.
Wow.
Much smaller as well, but I've seen them in zoos.
You have them in the zoos.
Yeah, we also have them in the zoos as a conservation kind of a situation, and they are really cool creatures. You watch them running around. They it's hilarious to watch them run, man. It's like,
can you imagine?
Yeah, like when people put their jumper over their legs or whatever, and they kind of run it's almost like that. It's
Nice.
Great animal.
yeah,
Great animal.
Yeah, bizarre, useless, but pretty cool.
Now, about the kiwis, the fruit, I have one question. In Europe, we get to eat the green ones, but I've heard that when you are in New Zealand, you only eat yellow ones or something like that?
Golden kiwi fruit.
Golden kiwi. So you just like eat the good stuff and throw the shit out to Europe.
Yeah, that's exactly it, man. Oh, golden kiwi fruits. There's something else there.
Good choice. Good choice.
Is it like a different? Is it like a different taste as well?
Yeah,
Oh, really?
like
Ooh.
they're sweeter. They're much sweeter. They're not as sort of sharp on the flavor.
Okay.
We do also have the green kiwi fruit, of course.
But that's for the poor people, right?
Exactly. You know, some people eat kiwi fruit whole, like an
Oh,
apple,
no.
With like the
skin on and everything. Yeah, they'd just be like, yeah. I don't know.
Did you know that kiwi used to be called Chinese gooseberry?
Did know that. Yeah.
No,
Yeah,
I didn't.
it is a company actually called it Kiwi, and that's why it changed to Kiwi.
Okay, that's
a fun
an
fact, eh?
interesting. That's an interesting fact.
I knew they were Chinese gooseberries, but I didn't know they were branded.
I think it was branded, but that's how it changed.
Oh, very interesting.
Wow, cool. How many things can you actually call kiwi? You can call the bird kiwi, then the fruit, right? And people as well,
Of course.
Right?
Yeah.
Is it only natives or all the people that live in New Zealand?
Man, yeah. We have a certain, I want to call it like a ideal around New Zealand where it's very easy to be a Kiwi, right? If you live in New Zealand, you're a Kiwi. As long as you kind of mix yourself into the culture and take part in life in New Zealand, you can be a Kiwi. As long as you're not a dick to anyone, you're kind of a Kiwi.
Okay.
Like, it's pretty easy to be
fair
a
enough.
Kiwi.
Good reason. Good reason.
About the native people and like culture in New Zealand in general, I know that you know haka, right?
Yeah,
Is
a
it
little bit.
that like every person knows haka or like some version of it? Because like you learn it in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
So basically every person that lives in New Zealand should know some
Should
version
know.
of it.
Yeah,
Should
I
know,
mean, it's tough.
Is it like hard to learn it?
Not really.
Not
It's
really, yeah.
learning a song and dance kind of a thing. It's important to know the cultural background of it and what it kind of means. Haka,
So what is it? Teach
Well,
us.
Haka all mean something different. So they're a ceremonial dance for different occasions. It can be a sign of respect. It can be a challenge for battle. The most famous is definitely from the All Blacks, the New Zealand rugby team. And they had a haka called kamate. And it's a challenge. The words themselves, quite bizarre if I were to translate it. Like, I don't know Māori well at all, but the lyrics kind of go like, it is life, it is life, it is death, it is death, it is life, it is life, it is death, it is death. This is the hairy man that, and it continues on that way. It gets really weird. Yeah. But yeah, it's every haka tells a different story. It might be telling you where you're from or telling people where you're from. It might be for any number of different occasions.
So can you just like come into a new class and do haka that tells where you're from, what's your name, and stuff like this?
Yeah, it's a slightly different thing. Normally, I guess a haka would be sort of like as a group. You normally do it as a group. We have a thing called a pōwhiri, which is more of a ceremonial way to introduce yourself, and it's a long history about yourself and where you come from and your ancestors, the mountain that your home is based around. There's a lot of cultural understanding that goes into it. Interestingly enough, in Denmark here, I think he's on Fyn or in Odense. There's a guy that teaches haka.
Oh,
Yeah, so he gets people together in communities and will teach you haka. And so if you're into it,
kind of cool. Why not? Why not?
yeah.
I mean, you get to do haka at weddings as well, for example, right?
Well,
Sometimes.
I wouldn't do them. Personally, I wouldn't do them, mainly because I don't identify as Māori. As much as I think, it's an important part of New Zealand culture, I don't understand it well enough, I'd say. But certainly people have done them for weddings, for, showing respect to teachers who are leaving is very common at schools, at funerals, to welcome international people. Yeah.
Okay.
Lots of occasions that they
Very
come
cool.
out.
Nice. It's much connected to rugby. Have you played rugby or not?
I haven't played rugby properly, not in a actual team, but I mean, I've played on the fields with friends at lunchtime or whatever at school. It's great fun though.
It's like, I think rugby in New Zealand is much like American football in America, right? Like,
I mean,
people are really crazy about it.
Yeah, people get real crazy about it. It is our national sport. I would say it's as much a central part of New Zealand culture and identity, for good or bad, as, you know, football in England or in most European countries, actually. Like most New Zealanders know how to throw a rugby ball or pass a rugby ball or kick a rugby ball, which is not as easy as you'd think. You know what it's like to throw an American football, or that's not so easy. Kind of same deal with a rugby ball.
Yeah.
It's hilarious to watch somebody try.
I bet.
Yeah.
What's the friendship between people from New Zealand and people from Australia?
Well, you know, Australians.
Yeah, okay. I think that speaks
There's
for
the
it.
answer. It's all in good fun.
Could
I
be.
mean, I meet a lot of, like, some of my favorite people are Australians. It's a weird thing to say, but it's kind of like that sibling rivalry where you're going to poke fun at them and you call them out for being dicks all the time, and you tell them they're being stupid. And, you know, when it comes down to it, of course, you got to love them. They understand your culture. They understand where you come from. It's a bit more friendly than the Danish-Swedish kind of relationship.
Okay. Yeah, that's a big rivalry.
There's less bad blood, I would say. You know, we've got a couple of old bones that we like to pick. The Australians like to claim a lot of New Zealand's famous people, but you know, we're making a name for ourselves. They didn't claim Lord of the Rings, so that's all right. Or Flight of the Conchords, so
Not yet.
what a win. Yeah, right.
So now you are studying software engineering, right? Do you have any idea what you would like to do after you finish your studies? Like, do you, for example, you've been living here in Denmark for 3.5 years. Do you have any plans on staying here, or, I don't know, moving back to New Zealand, or?
Well, I reckon I'll probably stay here. I'm making my life here. It's pretty cool, despite the lack of nature. Hopefully.
At least you get to appreciate it more when you go somewhere.
Exactly. And I mean, I'm in Europe. There's so much to explore around us. Not like in New Zealand where you're stuck inside New Zealand. I mean, the closest country is in Australia, and again, why would you go there? It's
It's Australia.
It's Australia. It's full of deadly animals and worse people. But yeah, so I would love to have a job here in Denmark. I mean, there's so many opportunities here, particularly in the tech sector. We've got so many options, and it would be great to earn lots of money so that I could go back to New Zealand every half a year. Pandemic not around, that would be great too.
Yeah, we'll see about that.
Right?
I mean, now it's getting worse again. Well, like today, I wanted to go shopping.
No mask?
I was fucked. Yeah, the mask. I just went to Bilka. Then I walked into it and I saw some people with masks. I was like, okay, they are old people. And then I was trying to find somebody without a mask, and I didn't succeed. So I turned around, I went back out. I was like, fuck, I cannot go there without a mask.
I can't be the only one.
But I was lucky I had one in my backpack, so then I get to go shopping. But it's everywhere. I only thought it's in the big ones, but it's everywhere.
Yeah, I think it's getting crazy. Well, I've got to take it for the train because I live in Aarhus, so you know, every morning
you have to have it in train as well.
Yeah. There was a guy sitting
no.
across me today who, you know, he was on the train going to Copenhagen Airport. I think he had a big bag or whatever. he got a phone call and was talking to the person saying, oh yeah, they've brought like mask restrictions back. No, I didn't have one, but I was really lucky. I found one in the bottom of my suitcase or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, man, if you didn't have it and you missed your like connection in Copenhagen to wherever you're going,
what do you do? Booking a hotel or something like this.
for real.
Yeah, we will see where it goes afterwards. Like, it's getting crazy.
Well, hopefully we get to do our exams because, you know.
Yeah, I hope so.
I don't want to do those online.
We can only hope, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Christmas is coming up. How does it feel that going from summer to winter Christmas?
I'll tell you, I had a big...
Oh, that's right. Oh
Yeah,
my
man.
God.
Yeah.
I didn't even realize.
So let me paint you a
Whoa.
picture of what Christmas is in New Zealand. For a start, it's hot. That's your first big difference. Is
I cannot imagine
T-shirt,
this.
shorts. It's
Wow.
excellent. Sun's out. It's amazing. You either have a barbecue in your backyard or you go down to the beach, go for a swim on Christmas Day, which is really nice. Hang out with your family. And of course, the other thing is, like, I had a big, like, I don't know, complain to my girlfriend about the fact that this doesn't feel like Christmas for me. Because, yeah, okay, I get the getting dark and everything, but for me, Christmas is sun and hot weather and
Beach.
holidays. And holidays.
Oh,
That's our
yes,
summer
right.
holidays. So you've got like
Wow.
2 months, 3 months of doing shit all. It's great.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
We should change countries, I think.
Yeah, we should probably. But I mean, at least you get like extra holiday, right? Right now.
That's
You
true.
have like Christmas holiday and then you have summer holiday.
Well, that's fair. That is fair. But there's nothing quite like that good old like
Barbecue in winter.
barbecue.
Quote unquote winter for us.
Exactly.
I cannot imagine this. Wow. What do you usually eat for Christmas? Do you have like some kind of traditional food?
So I don't know whether or not it's like, I mean, traditional food. New Zealand's not old enough to have that many traditions, but we, like in my family, we would normally have most of the food is cold for a start. Again,
'Cause it's hot.
It's hot.
Oh, yeah,
You don't want
you do like milkshakes and stuff, you know?
it's ice cream. It's all ice cream, my dude. Yeah, so we normally have like a big, what's it called? Roast chicken. That is warm, so that's okay. But a leg of pig, like a big pig leg, so
like the whole pig, and it's like
just the leg. So
just
it's
a
like a
leg.
smoked
Oh, leg.
leg of pig, pork. Yeah, leg of pork.
Yeah, pork,
whatever that'll do.
Yeah. Close enough.
Yeah. So you cut that off. It's amazing. You've got potato salad and bean salad.
Oh, you have
and-
potato salad as well?
Yeah, man.
Nice.
Oh, hard not to love potato salad. Yeah.
He's sold. He's going.
There you go. And then we get the best desserts because you can have cold desserts in summer and it's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Because right now in Latvia it's snowing, so
Yeah, rough.
Yeah, man. I woke up 2 days ago and my father was sending me a picture of the snow in Czech Republic. I was so jealous.
yeah, I'm jealous as well. Because last few years, no snow. I leave. It goes back normal. Like
Right. I mean,
it's not nice.
what about you, James? Do you like snow?
Oh,
Do you like to go skiing?
I don't ski, but I would love to. I went skiing once back in New Zealand when I was about 14. It was a traumatic experience. My friend who was with me just disappeared. It was my first time going down a mountain. He's like, yeah, no, I'll see you at the bottom. No.
Good luck.
Yeah. Turns out that the route that he took me down just has this massive cliff drop off on either side. So, you're meant to just go straight. And I just took my skis off and walked down and got a hot chocolate at the bottom.
Really?
I was like, you know what? Fuck this. Yeah. But I think I'm ready to try it again.
Definitely, you
Sometime
should.
soon. Yeah.
You should. It's very
Before
good.
I get too old so that falling over will break me.
Yeah, that's the concern. Yeah.
I was snowboard a few years ago, and I rolled down the hill on ice. So yeah, it wasn't fun.
No, see.
Not fun at all.
It looks like so much fun,
Yeah.
snow and powder and everything. And I've got friends who are in Canada and Banff who are like living it up in the snow. And here's me kind of going, wish I could do that. Probably wouldn't do it, but wish I could.
You're like, when there is a snow, the only thought is like, yeah, that cannot hurt. But then you fall and you're just like, fuck, it hurts.
It's kind of like falling on water. It still hurts.
Yeah, but I mean, if you go to the upper seas afterwards, it's all good.
Yeah.
It's only like good vibe and chilling stuff. But you cannot do this in Denmark. But there is one in Copenhagen. There is something called Copenhill, I guess. Do you know about it, Arthurs? There's like a tower where you can ski on it.
Yeah, there's a huge building for the
for the burning of the rubbish.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, it is.
And then there's the they use it as a slope down.
There is the slope. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I want to go there. I want to go there so much, but I heard it's too expensive.
You can do it.
Maybe.
I think I would better find a hill.
Yeah, well, not in Denmark.
Because there's a bigger cliff jump from the building, eh?
What's the highest hill in Denmark, actually? Do you know?
It's not high, I heard.
It's like 200 meters?
Yeah,
No, I think less.
Yeah, I think it might be in the 170 kind of range. I think the highest point in Denmark is actually the bridge.
Really?
Yeah. Or either the bridge or one of the radio towers. So
no. Okay, yeah.
it's pretty sad.
It's sad. Yeah, right.
I mean, some radio towers could be large, but,
Oh, for
a
real?
bridge is a
Yeah, man-made structure at 200 and
that's
something.
salt and wound.
Yeah, for real. I mean, that's it. As I say, where I come from, we've got a mountain range that is bigger than any mountain in Denmark or hill in Denmark.
Mm-hmm.
And that's not considered a big one. People go for daily walks over it.
Right, yeah. What's the biggest mountain? It's Mount Cook, right? In
Mount
New
Cook,
Zealand.
yeah.
What's the height of it?
Oh, man. I don't know.
Yeah. Some tough questions
At
here.
least 5 meters.
Yeah, it's at least 5. Sure of it.
4,000 something, is it? Or not?
Sounds reasonable. 3,000, 4,000
Yeah.
meters.
Okay. Good enough. How is it about the fjords there, down there in New Zealand? How
Yeah.
are they? I've seen
Fjordland-
some videos and it looks amazing.
So I went for a camper van tour with my parents when I was about, 15, 16. And we went down to Fjordland, down to Milford Sound. And Milford Sound is like the popular place to go if you're going looking around the fjords there. And so you drive up this mountain road through like a valley, and there's glacial streams either side of you, and it's really picturesque and beautiful. And then you go through a tunnel, and on the other side of that tunnel, you are on the edge of like a sheer cliff. There's the mountain that goes up behind you, and it's just sheer straight up. And just below you, it kind of just drops off into the valley ahead of you. And it's like the world's opened. And you come out and you kind of turn to the right, and you're just weaving your way down this like mountainside, and this beautiful vista in front of you as you see towering peaks coming out of the water, and it's just gorgeous. Like, you asked me one thing that you should do in New Zealand, you should try to go see the Fjordland around there, and then take a boat ride. It's gorgeous, like indescribable, I would say. Really, really cool.
Great. I think that's the right amount that we need for today. Thank you so much for coming, James. It was great to talk to you.
Thank you for having me, guys.
And Arthurs has a last question for you.
So you've met a lot of people come from the other side of the world.
Yeah.
What would be the life tip or a lesson you would give the listeners?
I would say the most important thing in life is to make sure that you're happy doing what you're doing, and you should do whatever it takes to make sure that you are happy, and try to surround yourself with people who make you happy as well. Don't be afraid to go for whatever it is that you want.
Amazing.
Beautiful, beautiful.
Thank you very much, and catch you in the next one.
See ya.
Cheers.